Jess.
Hi, Lauren.
It is the best day.
It's also your birthday. Happy birthday, Lauren.
Welcome back to Conspire-Reality. And the reason why I'm saying it's the best day is because news is breaking. So it's the best day to pod.
Yeah. Lauren hasn't done 1 minute of work.
I haven't.
So
I was telling you, Jessica, that like people were like, how was your weekend? I was like, I don't know what to say.
We're just deep into it.
So we are on the day that everyone is piecing together everything. This is the Vanderpump lightning necklace day.
Yeah.
This is it.
Which, funny enough, we were together as well. We were in Vegas when that hit, and I remember going, someone's saying Raquel and Tom have hooked up.
Jessica, let's get into it. Bravo in the headline. This is the headline. Now, we may touch on other shows tonight, but we're going to try and keep the pod to about an hour because we know people don't like listening to us that much. So
we're just going to talk an hour about Amanda.
If Amanda and Kyle and Wes take an hour, I mean, I'm sorry, it may take the hour. No, just kidding. No, we're going to hit on Southern Charm, Southern Hospitality, Ladies of London. There's a few things coming this week. We're going to
so many
touch on Beverly Hills.
Do we have to?
Barely. We're going to give it a little head nod.
Yeah.
Respectfully, I don't care about Beverly Hills at all. Like,
no.
Look around.
Okay, back to the good stuff.
So let's jump right in. Amanda, Wes, and rumors. For those that have not been keeping up, let's do a little bit of a summary of like all the pieces.
Yeah.
Now, Jessica and I, this is like behind the scenes, biggest secret. We have thought Amanda has been miserable since the moment we saw her on TV. But frankly, Jessica, I mean, the Bravo community like was hyping her so hard that Jessica and I really had to keep our whispers to ourselves, like via our text messages back and forth. Like, raise your hand if you've never really liked Amanda.
Yeah.
And raise your hand if, you know, you were quietly in the background watching all of her hype and being like, ooh, I guess.
It was kind of me with Ariana too. I want to be crystal clear. When we are not for the women in the relationship, it's not because we're for the guy.
No.
I'm for neither. I hated Tom Sandoval too. Kyle Cook is horrible. Horrible husband award. He's not innocent. I just don't love her either.
No. And you know what, Jessica? I went back because I was like, I want to see if Amanda's always been like this, if I'm just misremembering. And I went back, stayed up damn late last night. I went back and I looked back at episodes. Every moment since she's been on TV has been about how she and Kyle can't get along.
I know.
Every moment, even back to the Workus twins days.
The beginning of their dating is just her being like, did you cheat on me?
Yes. Jessica, yes.
And taking him back.
Right.
And taking him back.
There's not been any other dimension to her. And then Paige DeSorbo, she was reality TV magic, and she came on and she saved them. She saved them all. And guess what? You blew it. You blew it. And by the way, Sierra, her silence is deafening.
Yes.
So let's go back and just make sure everybody understands all of the evidence, okay?
Yeah.
Amazon Live, they did it separately, Sierra and Amanda.
And it had been announced that it was together, and then it became separate.
And apparently it is a cardinal rule. You do not F up brand deals. Like, it doesn't matter what's going on in the show. Then there was a fan podcast called Bravo and Cocktails that said someone in Sierra's camp had confirmed it to her.
Yeah.
And that went viral because Bravo and Cocktails was like, ooh, this is real.
And that also lined up with exactly when Sierra stopped liking posts of Amanda's.
And Paige stopped liking posts of Amanda's. Yeah. Then Bravo Snarkside, another massive creator who we hope to be one day, got an anonymous tip. Now, this is funky because
I think it's the one of the people that live in the building that saw through the window
that Amanda was straddling Wes through the window.
Yeah.
Which, okay, first of all, if you're that girl, like, props to you because everyone knows who you are. Amanda knows who you are if you've leaked that. Like, there's not many neighbors that can see through the windows.
I don't think the photo's been leaked.
But to me, she took that fucking photo and she went and sat with Sierra and showed Sierra. And they pulled her out of oblivion. They're like, show Sierra if this is true. And Amanda knows exactly who that neighbor was. Because she got that photo, now Amanda and Wes are out and seems to be in LA openly talking about how they're dating. Or now everybody's like, they're just acting like they're dating. The general public are sitting here going like, are they hiding it? What's going on? It's like, no, they're just out.
I know.
Like making out.
Yes, they're in Corona del Mar. And the one I just read, literally as a stoplight driving over here reading this stuff, like
it's because it just keeps going.
To the minute updates. They said that it was the person who revealed it said, the person who told me is also in the reality TV world. I'm like, it's a fucking orange County housewife. Corona Del Mar. It's like Shannon Bedore. It's Alexis Polino.
Right.
Someone saw it and they said, I fully believe, because this person, A, does not want their name out there, and they're in this world and they know they wouldn't make this shit up about somebody.
So the part I want to talk about too is people who are still like, I'm torn, which by the way, my brother still is. So like, God bless him.
He just doesn't want to believe it.
If you're fucking torn, Jessica, like the people who are torn right now in life, there's a specific type of person for who you are. You are the people who say you're not drinking on a bachelorette party. You are like reply all to the company email. I think people who are still torn, we have crucified so much more for so much less.
Yeah.
And you want to know why I think Austen got in the chat? Because he's like, I'm revealing this. Because little boo-boo Austen, he went down to Kyle's DJ gig in Charleston.
Yeah.
They clearly cried together. And Austen's like, don't worry, I got this. I know what to do.
And
I know what to do.
Austen was a guest at Andy Cohen and which I didn't realize they were just at the Chicago Theater. Why are we so bad at knowing when these people are coming?
And Andy probably was like, do it. You're gonna, if you want me to do it, Andy.
Austen loves a little kiki with the gays. He was like, should I do it? Should I do it?
Anderson was probably like objective, and he's like, do it.
Yeah. The devil and the angel on his shoulders.
Right. So Austen posted finally last night, and God damn it, that's what opened the floodgates. Like, I'm sorry, Lindsay Hubbard, you didn't post until you saw Austen do it.
Yep. I know.
And KJ and Carl.
Bailey has now done it. They're all using a funny reaction face of themselves from Summer House, and they're just posting it with no caption.
And Lindsay
Big
did it
eyes.
first, but Lindsay did it because, you know, Austen did it. Let's be
yeah.
real. Right. And if you watched him on Watch What Happens Live, did you watch Wes?
Yes. Yeah. I saw that answer, if you can even call it.
He was sweating profusely. He was totally like bumbling through it.
Yeah.
And you could tell he was actively, like, if you were me when I watched it live, there was something going on where you were like, oh, yikes. He was actively trying to say, no, the rumor's not true, while also letting Amanda Batula know that he still cares about her.
Yeah.
And that was this weird mix of like, I'm not answering, but I'm answering. And he was not prepared at all, sweating profusely. His chair was swiveling back and forth, like, and Andy had to help him be like, it's not romantic,
like,
right?
I know. Like, some of these answers need to be studied for how they can answer so convolutedly. If you go on with these flowery answers, I know my answer. I know what, you know, like, I know what you're avoiding saying. You've just told me everything I need to know.
So now, I mean, like, Jessica, I feel like everybody else is like still like, you know, trying to see what they're going to post. And we're like, okay, we're on to the next thing already. The next thing is, how are you going to handle this as Wes Amanda? And frankly, when did this start? Everyone's trying to figure that out.
We need the timeline.
So here's the thing. For those that don't know, Amanda was caught like wearing a lot of Wes clothes.
I just watched that as well. It's the hat. It's a sweatshirt. Did you see the one that a person just went back and watched just this season of Summer House? The amount of times they're touching, how close they sit, and there's literally like wide open, and they're always touching. It's very strange.
So here's the problem with Wes and Amanda wearing Wes's clothes. His fashion choices are
distinctive.
Distinctive is the nice way of putting it. They're odd. Yeah. So when she's wearing his sweatshirt, it's like one of 11 sweatshirts out there. It's not her style at all. It's not that like super trendy style. It's so niche. Also, did you see the hand wipe at the
dabbing off? Yeah. Also, little intimate.
So for those that didn't see it, there was a sandwich shop in New York. Wes clearly brings her to that.
Yeah.
And he's talking to the owner. The owner's name is Salt.
What were they filming? I wasn't even clear what they were doing.
So I've like gone deep on this.
Okay, yeah.
Salt Hal is like this famous restaurateur. He has a really good sandwich. I don't know anything about him. I'm not going to act like I do. Anyway, he was filming Sophie Tucker. Do you know that DJ?
Yes.
They kind of came to his sandwich shop.
Okay.
It's like taking off. It's a hot spot to be at. And so Wes was clearly invited to be there on that day.
Got it.
Now, Amanda is like caught like wiping something off his lip.
Yeah.
There's a camera in their face. So people were kind of like, again, the I'm torn people were toying with like, was she just trying to help out a friend? You know, because there was a camera in his face. He was going to get caught in this content with like a big mustard splotch in his face. Jessica, I would not even wipe mustard off my fucking husband's face like that.
I know. I would be
like, there's something on your face.
Yeah. I was going to say, only my daughter and maybe my husband would I wipe it. if it was just like, let me just grab it quick. But yeah, to a guy friend, never in my life.
No. Other things.
Agreed.
So remember when Sierra posted about how girls move weird?
Yeah.
And we all thought it was about Sally?
Yeah, but that was early. So we're thinking she was tipped off. That was February or something. She posted that.
Okay, so let's talk about this. When do you think they got started? Because I have a very specific theory on this.
I mean, I have no idea, but clearly all this touching was last summer.
Right. So I don't think they got started until she took off recently. Like, I think last summer, Amanda was given eyes at everyone. We see this with Ben. She touches the back of his head.
Yeah.
There was clearly touching when there didn't need to be touching.
Yeah.
When the table goes around and says, who's single, Wes grabs Amanda's hand and holds it for like 30 seconds. But I don't think they started effing until recently. Because I think what happened is she did pursue that Aidan Blake for a second. That's Wes's homie, so they were all hanging out.
And that was a good cover.
Here's the thing with Wes is I think Wes has a shiny object syndrome because on Summer House, when Jesse goes, hey, I might make out with Sierra, all of a sudden Wes turns it into overdrive and starts flirting with Sierra again.
Back on Sierra.
So the shiny object was Amanda, and she started getting all this press. She was the hot girl on the block. She was the cool girl. Then he decides, you know what, actually, I want that. I want that shiny object. I'm gonna go in for Amanda. And that happened. And that actually happened recently. So let me be really clear. Kyle went on Watch What Happens Live and everyone's like, oh, there's a rumor that Wes and Amanda are hooking up. I don't think they had actually done that yet based off of Kyle's response. Yeah. Then I think it happened.
They were like, interesting idea.
Maybe we'll take them up on it.
Maybe we should do that. I can't even understand or begin to understand what it feels like to be on these shows and all that. But I just don't know how you sit there and the two of you, Amanda and West, are both like, let's do it. Let's pursue this. Fuck Sierra. Fuck Kyle. Fuck what everyone is going to have to say about, like, you are truly that obsessed with him suddenly that you're willing to almost tank your whole reputation.
Agreed. I think that it's been brewing for so long. Because here's the other thing that people are like not remembering. It's like, this was filmed last summer.
Yeah.
So now we're almost a year later.
Right.
There could have been a lot that has happened between Amanda and Sierra on this. We love Sierra and we're rooting for Sierra, but I don't think it's necessarily energy around like, we have to be Team Sierra. My mind is this is like, Amanda, you are a phony. Because Amanda has always branded herself as like girl code, men have to be trained. Like, you know, that is the Paige the Storyboard brand that like took off.
Sorry, I'm not taking advice on men training from you, Amanda. See how Kyle's running amok.
And I think the reality is Sierra's probably like, I don't want him. You guys can have him. He's such a fuck boy of a human being.
Yeah. But if that's true, then she wouldn't be caring as much.
In my mind, though, it's more of an assassination of Amanda's character on being a girl's girl than it is sitting there and saying how Wes is like, and Sierra were meant to be. And like, therefore, this is like, Sierra's like crying in her, juices about this.
This is literally all going to fizzle in another 2 months.
By the way, like that would be how you would save this at the reunion is you would sit there and.
We're actually engaged.
And Lord knows.
And I'm pregnant.
Because that's
and it's Kyle's. I'm just gonna keep going.
That's how Raquel and Tom Sandoval tried to save it. Is they were like, "This is meant to be," and it wasn't.
And it wasn't. Yeah. Speaking of, did you see that Tom Tom's being sold?
Yeah, Lisa Vanderpump has like really cashed it all in the last week. Okay, last little take on this. PR strategy for their next show, The City. What are your thoughts on
that? This is all for that.
Mm-hmm.
No way. Who would sign up to be like, let's do a joke relationship to create? No, I would never. I'd be like, sorry, like, let's do something else to promote the show. I'm not being the scapegoat.
I think Austen is a smoking gun. Take the heat right off me,
Yeah.
Sally.
Yes.
Take it right on off.
And Austen dislikes the Summer House crew from all the Paige
He doesn't
Craig
love Sierra.
shit.
He wanted to kill Sierra and marry fuck kill.
Oh, right.
He didn't even want to fuck her. He wanted to kill her.
You already had, but
and there's no love lost between him and Sierra.
Yeah.
Not one dime of it. He just wants him and Craig and Sheppy to not be in the woman-hating sphere that is Bravo.
That's true. Your turn.
So let's go back to the Summer House episode. Let's get back into it.
Okay.
Like regular scheduled program.
Yes,
a little bit.
Back to that.
Summer House, then Kyle and Amanda fight. Now, all of this is tainted.
It's like, I feel like it was the same with Scandival. I struggle to talk about the season when something real time is so much bigger. You're like, this is all a moot point from last summer now.
Right. Like, let's just get to the reunion.
Right.
But some of this stuff, there is a little bit of like Amanda coded in all of it now that we can like look out for.
Yeah,
So like the Amanda Kyle fight is where we last ended. And like he was rude to her in the bathroom.
Yeah.
I mean, he called her, what, a dumbass bitch? He flew to the moon and came back with his stupid little neck scarf. Remember that whole, and his stupid little crown hat over what seemingly was like a mean look from her to him.
Said she gave me fuck you eyes.
It's like, Kyle.
And as we're saying, we're now dissecting everything differently. West really came to her defense.
I know, it's like not Sierra.
Yeah.
A little good old West. The thing that struck me, the weirdest thing, was when she walks out of the room and he grabs her arm. That was weird before
and
he even
then she
knew
did
the
this
rumors.
linger hand. And someone goes, look at her hand after she's like, I'm okay. And then she walks by, but then she like lingers holding his hand as she keeps walking.
My theory is they weren't fucking then, but my theory was she was given
building.
green lights.
I have got to meet West in person because I get it. It's his personality. The way he gets every girl. Like, he has got the swagger. There's something about it.
And all I can say, Jessica, is like, Wes, you know him enough. You know he's a fuckboy enough that he feels trapped by this situation. Because now he can't do his fuckboy thing.
He really likes Amanda for the time being.
Jessica.
He really didn't think this through if he thought he could just run.
He's sitting at these restaurants and she's like, we're going to go back to your place, right? And he's like, actually, I have somebody else. Their PR team's like, well, y'all are going to have to date for a minute now. Yeah. I feel like sirens are going off in his head and he's just like fuckboying it. And he's like, damn, I didn't want to be trapped by this.
I fuckboyed too close to the sun.
Yes. He thought it was sexy when it was secret.
Yeah.
And super hot.
Oh, okay.
And now it's on the open and he's like one of the most hated men in America.
Goddamn, people saw us.
And now he's like, oh, damn it, I'm trapped. I'm trapped.
Okay, let's see how it all
That's
plays
my hot
out.
take. So let's talk about Dara and KJ and Bailey for a second, right?
Yeah.
Dara was in Ben's room for an hour.
But were there timestamps?
I don't know, but why is production allowing her off the hook? Like, do you remember Bailey during that episode? Like, Bailey was calling Levi and saying Dara's hooking up with him because she was in that room for that long.
Yeah. And well, we see them go head to head. At least it was in the mid-season.
And I feel like production on Summer House has gotten way too close to these people.
And they hold stuff back.
Because KJ and Dara are like in love and are actually really cute. So they're versus Jesse and Lexi, they like showed that toe sucking. They like showed all of the like moments. Like they spelled it out for us versus like, Dara and KJ, they're like, but they're in love. So we're not going to show the fact that she like sat in Ben's room for an hour.
Okay. Don't come at me as being someone that can't.
The replies all to company emails.
Dara did say, my stuff was in his room, and then Bailey's smoking gun is that she came out in a new outfit. Her suitcase was in there.
Okay.
So she changed out of her party outfit. Dara does strike me as the girl that's in the bathroom for quite a while, freshening up. Maybe they were talking a bit, but then she's like, okay, well, I'm going to put on like my going out outfit, and she's doing her makeup, recurling her hair. Maybe a smooch, but I don't think they were in there like boning.
Sure, right. The production crew, again, needs to be held a little bit accountable in this because Jessica, the ding, like when they put an arrow on something and they go like ding. Bing.
To show the time they're coming home. Bing.
Right. Like they want you to know this is what's happening during this moment. This is why we're showing it. And it's like they're not even doing that. They're not even giving us they're not even validating Bailey for the pure fact that she sat in his room, sat in his bed. Like they're not even doing that. Ben is happily in a relationship with that girl. He's going to marry her. They will call this a bad chapter in his life. They'll make fun about this.
Remember when I was on that show?
They'll make fun of it at his wedding. Best man will be like, I don't know if you know, but Ben really likes reality TV. He's going to sail on to the sunset with this girl. But Ben is happily with this girl and Dara's happily with KJ. So production sat there and they went, we have a moral code to uphold.
We're going to take down Amanda and Wes first.
But Jessica, they're not going to take down Amanda and Wes. I feel like they've missed it. That's what I'm trying to say. Like, if production was sitting in the room, I'd be like, you guys missed this.
People also showed the clip of the Ben singles event. Amanda and Wes were on this long couch, almost on top of each other. Yeah. And they said, so notice how Amanda's like, oh, so you brought Dara? What's up with that? And everyone's like, she's already asking. Like, who is that? Right. Oh, there are so many things.
And the person that I also want vindicated, and if they pile on this girl at reunion, I'm gonna really slam my computer closed because I'll watch on my computer and be like, I'm kind of done with this cast for a while. Who do you think? Bailey.
And the whole Ben thing, like, I hope he gets ripped. I hope there are viewer questions that are like, do you think you were a bit fucking harsh?
It's like, Kyle, go pound rocks. Amanda, miserable. Finally, we can say it with an underline. Wes, fuckboy to the stars. Yeah. Like, honestly.
Jesse, stop singing. And
Jesse's pissed right now that he's trying to launch his
Someone said, how dates. Mad is Jesse that this is all happening when he's trying to promote his music?
The best thing Jesse can do is come up with a ChatGPT song about, like, I knew you were sneaking around and, like, try and launch that. And everyone will, like, decode, like, what was in that song. But who's left? Sierra, God bless her. Lindsay, Mother Hubbard.
Yes.
I mean, who's left on the show that we actually want to, like,
root for?
Watch sitting in a bikini for, like, minutes on end, like, discussing things.
Well, now we always kind of thought Sierra would just sort of be part of the in the city because she's of a little bit older age group and friends with them.
Can some NBA player out there please just date her? Oh my God. And Venita, can we please talk about that? Venita is not cool enough for Sierra. Like, I'm tired of people being like, I would love to see them on a show. What, because they're both black? Venita is not Sierra coded.
No.
Sierra is way too cool. I would much rather see Sierra and Mia.
Yes.
I would much rather see Mia in any capacity than Venita.
Can Mia break up with her boyfriend? Why do I hate people in relationships? I want single people on these shows. I want Mia and Sierra finding love in New York.
Anyway. Reunion, can't wait for it on Summer House.
When does it film? It's gotta be.
So here's the thing. I feel like production is trying to confirm it. They're trying to confirm it.
Yeah.
Why are you trying to confirm it? We don't need to give Amanda Batula this much credit. She can talk about the optics of what she's doing. Production. I mean, holding them to task on this, Jessica.
You are mad at production.
I am. I'm like, where there's smoke, there's fucking fire.
Yeah.
Bailey's gonna get held to task on some shit.
No, literally a 3-part reunion can just be about Amanda and West. I'm ready.
All right, let's go to Southern Charm.
Yes. Shocked, but pleasant that it was just 2 parts.
Yeah.
I was like, okay, are we learning that don't need to drag this out when it is not warrant? Everyone is saying Beverly Hills, 1-parter. Don't give them
package.
Don't even give them 2.
Remember, Giselle.
Let them know what we all think of this season. 1, oh my God, Giselle. Since you guys didn't give me a package, I'll just give a little recap on where I am.
It's like, you don't get a package. If you're going to be a Betty Bland vanilla ass person, like, this platform is so powerful. Like, this trend alone, what has happened over these last 2 weeks? You have the consumer, like, all of the advertisers want to target this group of people, this Bravo group of people. This is a powerful platform.
Yeah. Giselle.
You can't get on the show and then sit there and hide behind a rock. Like, Beverly Hills is all of that.
Have you seen some of the rumors with casting?
That they're bringing back Rinna.
And ousting Kyle.
Shut up.
That's what the rumor. They're saying Kyle could be out.
I think what needs to happen, and Andy was like tweeting from a plane. Did you see this recently? And he's like, I'm trapped on a plane. My kids are on their iPads.
Ask me anything.
Ask me anything. And someone said term limits, and I kind of agree with it, but I would change it. So in the NFL, there are football players, and they age out of playing in the field. Yeah. But you know what they do? They become the sportscaster, like, announcers. The commentary of these shows should be from the
veterans.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Dorinda's commenting on Austen stuff. I don't think she's right, but she's commenting.
Yeah.
You know what? Fine. I'll take the opinion, Dorinda.
She was 4 martinis deep.
Right.
There were like typos. It was amazing. Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. She was drunk when she sent that stuff.
Yes.
For those that didn't see it, Dorinda basically like called Austen out on his
calling Sally a bar rat.
Reunion performance. And she posted it on a story. Like there was no hiding it.
Yeah,
like she was like, this is what I think about this.
Yeah. Wow.
Clap. That would have been a better thing than what she posted. It was a little messy.
When I just saw people commenting like, oh, Lorinda's back. She really slurs her words.
Okay, so let's get to Southern Charms. The idea that people don't get to watch the season, I think that should be done, Jessica.
Wait.
Remember, Craig said, I didn't watch this. I didn't watch the season.
Yeah.
It's like, then what are we doing here?
Yeah.
You don't remember the night. You're not remembering what happened.
And that was classic Jax Taylor. Never watched.
Remember?
Wait, Sheena didn't watch?
Sheena came to one reunion. She's like,
right.
She was on something in Vegas and she like claimed she was too busy.
Oh, right.
It's like you can't hold people accountable.
Don't believe you for a second, Sheena, that you didn't watch.
Yeah, right. Like, she said she watched her parts only.
Oh, okay.
So she couldn't comment on like the general discussion.
Oh, okay, that makes sense.
It's got to be written into these contracts.
Yeah,
like
you
gotta
must
watch.
watch.
You gotta watch. Even doing what we do on this podcast, like we are listening to ourselves.
Yes.
We're critiquing, we're iterating. So back to Craig. I mean, he doesn't watch it. So basically he slips and slides through this. Why is Madison producing him? Or producing the moment? Everyone's like, Mother Madison is speaking. I'm like, no, why is she speaking? Like, she's not the voice of this show.
No.
The men are.
And that's where she knew her angle.
Yeah.
Why
is she second chair?
Right. Did not deserve second chair. She was just, I got to get in with the guys.
Yes.
And I'm now married.
Yes.
I'm not an option.
Yes.
I'm no longer, I'm not on the table.
Yes.
I'm a safe female voice for them of reason. Yeah.
But she should have been backing Austen. I hate to say it. It should have been Austen is her gay best friend.
Right.
Why?
From all the press I'd seen, we were saying Madison and Sally were just like besties.
Right.
Madison was saying Sally's a girl's girl. She's my girl. She went pretty hard at Sally.
Yeah.
And admitted, I wrote down when Austen, first of all, how cringe, says, I won't be bullied into dating Sally. Awkward. And Madison goes, Sally and I had a convo. And Sally's like, why won't Austen date me? Totally throwing Sally under the bus. Like, can Sally stop acting like she doesn't want to date him? And then she keeps going, I'm such a good girlfriend. I would stay home more if I was your girlfriend. And pick me.
But to that point, Jessica, like, I'm having this like theory live, so I can't claim, like, I've posted stuff about Austen before, but he actually came correct at that reunion. Mm-hmm. He, Sally said stuff like, well, I've been cooking you dinner. He's like, that's not happening. Yeah. He was like very authentic and like, this is what's going to happen here is I'm not taking shit from Craig. And like, Sally, stop acting like we're together and we aren't. And I appreciate it.
Yeah. I think Sally was for sure trying to do a bit of the PR spin. Mm-hmm. And Austen was, I'm not co-signing this.
We're not dating.
Stop making it sound like we are.
And I feel like, here's the thing too, Jess, is like growing up, again, people are probably like, stop. Growing up as millennials, like our parents always said the famous phrase,
why buy the cow when you can get the milk for free? And being that we're from Wisconsin, it's very relevant.
We grew up with that phrase. And now everyone's clutching their pearls, sitting there going like, I can't believe he called her like, he's
a bar rat.
A bar rat. She's in the streets.
Yeah. The whole thing Dorinda posted about was very female empowerment. Sally, you do whatever you want. And I agree in some respects with that statement. Do whatever you want. But the reality is guys look at you different.
Yeah.
It's just the God honest truth that no guy looks at you and goes, wifey material.
No.
And if that's truly what you want, you do have to just change how you act.
Right.
I think I was single for so long because on a lot of those dates, I was drinking too much and like having a great time. But then that guy was probably like, she's not like ready for this. Like, it's some fun time to go out drinking with her.
Let's talk about some other things. So Whitner from the Peanut Gallery, constant. Like, they're cutting to Whitner. I'm like, what is Whitner saying?
We don't care what Whitner thinks. Like, Lauren, I died. Andy, your mom got a lot of love, Whitner. I was, no, she didn't. And he's like, good. She deserves it.
It's like, Whitner.
And then everyone else chiming in, oh, I loved your mom. I was like, can Madison chime in when she was saying that she hates doing those games? I was like, I don't think Madison loved.
Well, he's on the end of the couch. So
yeah,
we're not sure he's going to come back.
Yeah.
I think he'll probably come back, but they'll do that thing where they say, we're only going to pay you for the scenes that you are actually in.
I don't know if this is controversial. I don't think Molly should be. She now has a 50-something-year-old boyfriend.
Unless that
Just
dude's on the
launch your
show.
career.
Yeah.
Just launch your music career now and be gone. She was very boring. Did she do anything?
So she was a fan favorite because she's kind of just got quirky.
She's quirky.
Because she told the line of like sanity with the women, like, and she was kind of a Greek chorus in terms of like towing the line of like the crazy. Here's the thing. I think Venita has a very complicated relationship with this cast because I don't think Venita hangs out with any of them outside of the show.
Yeah.
And I think Salley was her ticket into that hangout.
Yeah.
And she kind of burned that. And I think Venita doesn't really like any of them, but she plays very nice in the sandbox with them because that keeps her on the show. Salley actually has an enjoyment for filming with Salley, for filming with, you know, Madison.
I believe Madison made the comment that they were all like, yeah. She's like, this is the first time in Southern Charm history we all really are friends. And I sat there going, I don't think that's true with Venita.
No.
Craig broke the fourth wall when he basically goes, Venita, we don't have a relationship.
Yeah, right.
And she didn't want to say it, but in her mind, she wanted to be like, you have to respond to me in this convo because we're on a show together.
Right.
And Craig's like, we don't know each other.
I know. That's a kiss of death. I wrote that down, Jessica.
So
it's the kiss
that was
of death.
all I needed to know, that yes, they're just shoving Venita into this group.
And here's
she
the thing too, is like, it's one thing if somebody responds to you and actually like argues with you about your point or your opinion.
Yeah.
For him to just be like, I don't care. We don't
know each other. And he was just pissed that she spoke so much on his breakup.
Craig calling himself an empath. That's where the water flies out of my mouth and I'm like spitting out the coffee. Like, he did not just say that.
We knew he was delusional. How he can say that with a straight face. He's like, how could I be a narcissist when I'm an empath?
Because that alone means you're a narcissist. Did you, when he like kind of stormed off? So Craig was having like a temper tantrum, basically. Yeah. First of all, he tries to involve Andy on like,
little whispers.
Right. Yeah. And Andy's kind of like, what do you?
Andy's like, I'm not agreeing with you.
I'm not agreeing with you. I know they're filming me. Andy's too much of a pro to like agree with him. Yeah. Although maybe in the background, Andy's like, Craig, yeah, you did a really good job.
He wants the soundbite. So he'll encourage him enough to be like, what do you mean?
Yeah.
Or who's not agreeing with you? Sorry, I need you to really speak into the mic.
Yeah. Like, huh?
Yeah.
But Andy's like, no, boo, I'm not going to agree with you on this, on this platform. And then Craig like storms off. And then the producer's a little bit like, cut. I'm like, no, why are we cutting? Like, let's see this. Yeah. Let's see the temper tantrum that is Craig.
I want to see the meltdown.
You know, Craig was like sitting there and he's probably like, well, Paige left and she did okay, so I'm going to leave. And the producer's like, no. You're in a way different celebrity status than Paige, buddy. So...
But it is true, if you do remove yourself from that, what could come next? I completely agree. Craig doesn't have the following and the fan favoriteness that Paige had, and she had Giggly Squad already on the up and up.
Craig needs a female. I think for Craig to be likable, he has to be in a relationship, because when he's not, he's too much of a loose cannon of like ridiculousness. You know, when there's a political candidate and they're like, well, you have to find a wife.
Oh, yeah.
My parents just went to congressional wedding this weekend where everybody was like, oh yeah, he's gonna try and run for president, he needs a wife for that.
Like, God bless whoever that is.
Well, it could have been Salley.
Now, seeing how the rest of the season played out, they could not be like worse for each other. I know. She's explosive and fiery. Right. No, you need a calmer presence.
Craig wants traditional. Is a sewing room for Pete sake. You know, I felt like Vanita, here's what I think about Vanita. Vanita and actually Wes Wilson, you guys come with the least media trained answers. You know what you're going to get asked. You know where the conversation is going to go. Like Wes is like turns sweaty and like doesn't like, through it. Like even the reunion, remember with him and Sierra last year? It was like, Wes, like what are you saying? Vanita, the same thing. It's like, did you not think we were going to talk about this? Boo-boo?
Yeah. With the Craig stuff. Do you think Charlie will stay, or do you think she'll go to Southern Hospitality?
I think she's gonna go to Southern Hospitality. I don't think she has
and just be friend of with the boyfriend, because she's not gonna start working at Republic.
No. So speaking of Southern Hospitality, let's hit on it. So we'll say it again. I mean, for the people in the back, Southern Hospitality, like honestly, is so good. Do not sleep on it.
Do not.
Even if you don't have the previous season's history,
you can hop right in.
Hop right in. Jump in.
Dive on in. The water's not.
I want to hit on some themes. One, let's talk about the Justin situation. So we talked a little bit about this last time. Justin is like the bad boy of the cast, which is shocking with Charlie that
I don't see them together whatsoever.
She's so prim and proper with him. They've confirmed it. There's been pictures of them.
Oh, yeah.
So Justin's whole storyline is like he's going to hip hop around these women.
Right.
And he's like obsessed with Mia.
Yeah, he's dating the one bartender.
Jordan.
Seer Mia.
Yeah, now Seer Mia.
And then, he wants to go on the date with Mia, but Mia is such a boss bitch. Like, she knows she's hot. And I love that she's like, yeah, he's hot, but I don't want to deal with that drama. Like, she's just picking and choosing. She's turning down what she's claiming a hot guy date because it's just too messy. So she knows there's others lined up. She doesn't need him.
Right. And I just feel like if you're Charlie, it's a little bit odd that you're watching this season where he's like so into Mia.
Yeah.
Especially if she was the one who rejected him.
Right.
If I'm Charlie, I'm like, we're not going to hang out with Mia.
You don't like still see her, do you?
If I saw Mia on his phone, I'd be like, was that Mia texting?
That better be a group chat.
They're trying to repair bridges between friendships that have gone awry based off the last season, which I think is like very valiant of like Gen Z. I mean, Gen Z's I think going to be better at that strength than a lot of like the millennials.
Yeah.
Emmy, who is the Lulu,
has
this microaggression issue that has come up
towards Brad.
Right. And Jessica, I'm an ignorant 90s baby. Like, but I know that was a microaggression.
I couldn't believe how she didn't understand the definition of it.
I don't feel safe. A black man is unsafe.
That, as he said, was in retaliation to what he heard her say, which was, you're dead to me.
Right.
So he said, you're dead to me too, bitch.
Right.
The bitch isn't nice, but
it's not unsafe. It's energy matching energy. So Emmy kind of bobbles this whole situation where she's trying to like generate an army and get people like to take her side about a microaggression. And it's so weird to me.
And the rest of the Gen Z cast is going,
yeah, like Justin, he's like, I'm not touching this.
Yeah.
I wonder, though, if being in the South, she doesn't even seem to be aware of, like, the level of oddity that this, like, microaggression is, like, so obvious.
Yeah.
Warped.
And
you know what I mean?
I think it stands out so much because the majority of people now getting into reality TV, they realize you're going to be blasted for stuff you say that's inappropriate. And they are all more, we keep talking about media training, but they're so much more aware of it. So to see her so unaware and not backing down.
Right.
She's like, microaggression, are you fucking kidding me? I want to get out of here is like how the episode ended. You're like,
like it's the first time we've ever seen potentially racist not potentially. It's the first time we've ever seen a racist microaggression, and then actually there be dysfunction within the black castmates where they're like, you didn't represent what this meant in the right way. So I just think it's so interesting, right? To like watch it.
Because we've seen the convo on Summer House where they very much are in line with each other.
They all support each other.
Backing it up. chiming in about their experience. And,
right.
Yeah, that's true.
Okay, so then the other big thing that happens, right, on this show is that Grace Wavy Baby Lily is basically saying she's addicted to ketamine.
Ketamine.
Which we've known something. And it's interesting because the Maddie, like the symbiotic relationship between her and Maddie was always very odd to pin down.
Yeah.
And then Maddie's inferring it and Grace finally like.
And it makes so much more sense.
So much
because
more sense.
Maddie's in recovery. So she's like, this girl can do whatever to me because I know she's going through it and I'm not going to leave her side, and no one else understood. I'm just like, damn, Maddie is a really good friend.
Yeah, really good friend.
Yeah.
This seems like Grace is admitting this to the TV and the production group
live
before she's even talked to her family about it.
Yeah. Well, when she goes to see that kind of therapist guy, she literally says, I'm terrified to tell my parents.
Yeah.
But what makes me so sad, again, this always films over the summer. This is last summer, and she's now been arrested twice for possession in 2026.
Right.
So
it's not
still
sticking. For those who didn't watch, like Body by Brad happened. This one of the castmates has this like influencer event. It looks well done. It really looks.
And now
like,
he's going on tour.
This is the type of organization Jessica and I really respect. It's like you got your event. You were live when the season was filming. You got it done. It was a well done event. It wasn't some sham.
The Body by Brad tour is going on right now. He knows
they
this
launched
is airing.
It. He was on his P's and Q's, and I feel like, and then they cut back to the restaurant, and everybody's calling it a success. And Emmy, this Delulu girl, literally says, "Well, the capacity was only 95 people," like meaning like so it couldn't have been that.
It couldn't have been that popular.
Which that is well done, shade, Jessica. Yeah.
In my head, I was like, that is a lot of people.
I couldn't get 95 people to an event.
I know. Well, I mean, when our podcast, when we do a live tour, it's going to be tough. I'll be really happy with the 95 tickets sold. For 45.
Okay. So let's hit on Real Housewives of Beverly Hills and Ladies of London.
Yeah.
What
Beverly Hills. They're in Italy. Okay, Ladies of London. Dorit has got to be first chair. But then I guess Kyle gets the other one just out of tradition.
Kyle gets the other one.
Well, you know how we talked about how Giselle finally started not getting first chair? They have never done that to Kyle.
Yeah, right.
So if Kyle is not first chair, that's her kiss of death.
I mean, okay, so
who would you put other first chair?
Right.
Amanda?
Amanda has Jessica. For as much as we hate her, she is carried.
She is the
season.
Entire thing.
If Amanda didn't exist, what would we have done?
Well, and that was last season.
So, I mean, they're in Italy still.
God, I want to go to that villa.
It looks amazing. The plot of this really is that Bose is two things. One is that Bose is finally addressing the elephant in the room, that she's now fully calling Amanda a scam.
Yeah.
Like she's fully said the word scam.
Yes.
Which, unfortunately, Bose has her own scam going on.
I didn't know Bose had online courses as well.
Oh, online courses? It's not just speaking?
So when Amanda's in her confessional looking up, like, let me see what comes up when I Google Bose, she goes, oh my God, she's making fun of me and calling me out when the comments on her courses are the exact same. They lack substance and they don't give actual. I was like, Bose does that too?
Yeah, she does the inspirational talks.
Oh my God.
Which the one thing I would say, I don't think Bose has made such an empire out of it that Amanda has. It's a little jealousy, but I also think Jessica, affiliate marketing.
Yeah.
It's the Andrew Tate of manifesting money.
Right.
If you're mad about manifesting money, you're mad about Andrew Tate too, because they run the same kind of shebang.
Yes. Yeah.
You get people to join. It's a pyramid scheme in the fact that you get people to join. You get people to look at the content. It's all of it. So I'm sorry. I agree with you. Bose, you just don't do it as well. I mean, frankly.
Yeah.
But I think Amanda deserves to be investigated as well.
Oh, yeah. I hope that is happening in the background.
So the other thing that's happening, so the second big thing is Dorit, Kyle, and Erica has bombed onto that.
Yeah.
The only thing I can say about why Kyle is so obsessed with Dorit is I don't know, she's hungry or she doesn't want to talk about Morgan, or
people, when the rumors are swirling that Rinna's gonna come in and maybe Kyle's out, they say the kiss of death is when your only storyline is talking about others.
Yeah.
And
right.
then they're like, that is all Kyle has done.
Right.
She's just doesn't want to talk about herself and what's going on, so she's just a dog with a bone with Dorit.
The other thing I'll say is Kyle is obsessed with Dorit being late. She would not last a day on Real Housewives of Miami.
Oh.
Like, she's trying to make Dorit being late is a moral character flaw.
And I agree. It would drive me up the wall. But Rachel had such a good point where she goes, Dorit's always been late. So why is that the thing that Kyle is hammering home? Like, she must be going through it with PK. She's now hours late. That would be if I started being hours late, and I've always been a punctual person. You could say, is something going on with you? Right. Why are you so out of it?
Let's touch Ladies of London. Yeah. So if you didn't watch Ladies of London, the big thing that's happening is very classic Brits, right? They don't want to share very much. They don't like getting into emotions. Yep. And Kimmy, who's really the alcoholic socialite.
Oh, yes.
Sonia Morgan of this cast.
Yeah.
Very obviously so. Not hiding it in any sort of way.
Always like, I'll have a wine.
Yeah,
everyone's like, oh, okay, I was just going to have water. But
And she basically almost gets offended by the fact that during one of the wine kind of country vineyard wine tastings, Missy, a model who's beautiful, says her brother was killed like point blank in London. Now, Jessica, I researched his brother.
Same. I Googled that.
He was
story.
the kingpin.
Yeah.
He wasn't just involved in drugs. He was like the cartel leader.
It was a hit. It was a hit. A hit was taken out on him. Yeah.
Yeah. And here's the one thing that I think is the gray area of all this is like Kimmy's basically saying like, I don't want to dwell in these dirty details of people's lives. And like when Missy said that, it really brought down the entire mood.
Yeah.
And Missy's taking massive offense to it. I do think it's like the drug aspect is being downplayed a lot.
Yeah.
But the reality is it came off horribly offensive.
Yes.
And Kimmy's not backing down.
No,
she's doubling down on the fact that
kind of refusing to apologize. I just think that some of that group truly knows each other, but you can tell a few have kind of been thrown in. So they are getting to know each other. Missy, I'm not sure exactly who she truly knew.
Right.
So it was a bit like, let's share something that you're comfortable sharing to get to know each other better. So I don't hate the let's open up chat either. But yeah, at a winery, you're like, wah, wah.
Jessica, if I was meeting you for the first time, like, I don't necessarily want to hear about the worst thing that's happened to you in your life because I don't know how to comfort you or support you in that moment.
I get it. The Brits, oh my Lord, shed a tear. You are weak as fuck.
Really?
Yeah, stiff upper lip.
Stiff upper lip
it is
that
true.
culture.
Yeah.
The other little thing that I want to talk to you about is like, it seems like we've moved on very quickly on the fact that Martha Sitwell has like offered her keys and given this man money.
I need to know if she's changed her locks. We've had no follow-up. Is she just living there hoping the guy doesn't come jangling over with her keys?
Brushes it off. I'm like, wait, we're like, can we talk about that?
I know. She is a wild one. I think Emma and Mark's friend, I think it's very sweet and dying. When they started filming the scene and it was his living room, I was like, oh, are they at like a museum or where's she meeting him? And then she goes, your house is exactly curated. That was his living room.
That was super tacky in my mind.
It was tacky and just like so many trinkets. And you know, everything costs
$1 million.
$1,000 million in his art collection.
So funny. I didn't quite get precisely what her health issue was. A cyst on the pituitary gland?
Yeah, a cyst that was discovered while pregnant, and then it led to like I think some complications, and now she has to go for regular checkups, and it's grown.
But it seems not cancerous.
I don't know.
I'm sure it's hard to remove. Right. That's the bigger issue.
Yeah.
And therefore, they're probably nervous about how big it's getting.
Yeah.
That was a really interesting moment because, again, with the stiff upper lip, but they're trying to show each other support.
But those two truly go back. They are good friends, you can tell.
But I feel like Emma doesn't even cry that much when she reveals that to him. I would, Jessica, if we talked about that, I would be like sobbing. You've seen my cry face. Like, that would be immediate. And Emma's like sitting there holding it together, and then she moves on quickly. I'm like,
that's brush it under.
That is crazy.
Brush it under the rug.
Ladies of London is a solid show, like especially for first season.
To just, it's on Thursday nights immediately following Beverly Hills. I go, okay, I just have to get through Beverly Hills. And then it's my reward to watch Ladies of London next. That is just how I feel about it.
Now, the two things that are premiering this week, which... that's why I do think while Ladies of London is solid, we may have to push it a little more to the back burner, is Real Housewives of Rhode Island. They look wild. Yeah. Also, I am not pleased that Ashley from The Bachelor is
I know.
there.
I don't love it.
I don't want to see her.
I know. It's going to be interesting. Is she full-time or friend of? I still can't tell.
Oh, she might be friend of.
I can't tell who.
I think The Bachelor franchise is just so boring.
Yeah.
And now she's going to come on and cry a bunch. She cried very easily. Remember that?
Yes. And she always had the mascara.
Oh, and then the other thing that's premiering is The Valley. I will be interested to see how that cast is huge. Yeah. It'll be interesting to see where they take that with no Jax, right?
Right. Thank God.
Thank God. That got way too dark. And Jesse's girlfriend's going to be on it. Lacey, which she sat there and she was so mad that people were talking about her last month.
Cease and desist letters.
So they finally wooed her. And, that cast is huge.
Yeah.
All right, Jessica, what are the kids talking about these days?
Yeah. Just a quick one about social media. The new thing... And I will admit I have kind of noticed it, but, we millennials were known for the duck face. It's now the Gen Z pout. And it's a very subtle,
Stop. Is it Mary-Kate and Ashley?
Kind of. I'm going to show you a photo. Lily Rose Depp. Look how she just does and it makes her lip a tiny bit bigger, but they're saying it's just reflective of how millennials went hard on the plastic surgery. We were the generation of Kylie not admitting to doing her lips and that she lip lined them. My ass.
That her
was
lip
going to
kit.
Make your lips look like that.
Yeah, it was going to transfer
I would have to draw up to my nose to make my upper lip look like her upper lip. So we lived through that. Everyone kind of went a little crazy with that. So Gen Z now is just the subtle, it's something called a minor lip lift where it just pulls it ever so slightly and makes it look that little bit bigger. So it's just the way they're posing their mouth, but just goes along with their aesthetic that they're not into all that drastic stuff that we millennials were doing.
So Mary-Kate and Ashley Olsen, by the way, have you seen that they are doing a lot without their makeup on?
Yeah, and they look
deathly. Skeletor.
I know. That's the thing. They actually need some weight on their bones.
It's shocking.
They look so old.
I don't know why they're doing that.
I know. It looks like an apparition. You see, you're like, I saw a ghost. It's oh, it's just Ashley Olsen.
The two kids in the hallway that disappear after the lightning strikes. That's what they give. I thought that was an AI joke when I first saw it.
I seriously didn't think it was them. And then
okay, well, I mean, Ashley and Mary-Kate Olsen, if you ever want to make the pout that Jessica's talking about, I know how to do it.
Just follow them.
So you close your mouth and then you say the word prune without opening your lips. There you go. You just did it.
Wait, I want to see my reflection as I do it.
Yeah, that's how you do it.
It's very subtle, very subtle.
You just say prune. You don't say it out loud. Don't do that. But you just
say it internally.
Yeah, put your lips together and then you say prune. Don't open up your lips at all, and then you'll get the slight pout that they do.
Okay, amazing.
Isn't that so weird?
You know the pose I've never mastered, and Sierra does it so well. Summer House Sierra. It's that slightly open mouth, such a sexy
It's so conspiracy theories.
Yes.
We just have one because, frankly, I didn't say this at the beginning, but I really think Amanda and Kyle and
I thought you were going to say, I just had no time to do anything but.
Well, I didn't, but also West Amanda, that whole thing is its own conspiracy.
Yeah.
So I didn't want to then take us down that route. The energy's the same. The energy's the same. So one. And it's ninjas are butterflies. They're a whole conspiracy channel. They're lovely. I completely copied it. Credit to them. Okay. Classic. Ooh. There's a haunted island. It's called the most haunted island in the world. It's called Pogovia Island. It's in the Venetian Lagoon. So it's like right off of Venice, like that area. Okay. Venetian government owns it. And the purpose throughout history has been that when people had the bubonic plague, they were banished there. So it's
to exile them.
Right. So throughout history, people were pushed there. And when they were coming in on the ships to Venice, right? Like Venice the police would walk through and see if you had the bubonic plague, if you were put to that island. So during the bubonic plague, 100,000 people were sentenced to that island and died. So it's said that the soil is half human ash.
Oh, God.
Isn't that crazy?
Yeah.
Disgusting, it's the most haunted island in the world.
Okay.
In the 1920s, they also established a mental hospital on that island. Oof. So let's just add that to the mix.
Yeah, why not?
One of the doctors was known to be super cruel. He also then jumped off a bell tower and killed himself on the island.
Okay.
After cruelly hurting patients.
Awesome.
They also thought there have been points in history where vampires were on that island. So I did a Google map because I was like, what is this
What
island?
does it look like?
The island is quite small. It would be about equivalent of if you think of a city block, it's kind of like that level. It's 17 acres. It's not huge.
Not huge.
And if you look on Google and read reviews about the island, people just say it's a really awesome place to ghost hunt. It's just jokey reviews about seeing ghosts.
I was going to say, is there anything on it? Are there structures? Can you actually go?
You get arrested if you go there.
Oh. Okay.
So do not.
What are they hiding?
Yeah, right. No, I don't think a YouTuber has made it there, right?
Okay,
I think it's
there are
true.
no ferry rides out to the island.
It's a pretty protected island, but it's considered the most haunted island on the world, and there's all these conspiracies about what has actually happened there.
Yeah.
Which I think is interesting. I don't like haunted things.
You don't, yeah.
People who like haunted stuff, tell me if this is you, or scary stuff, I should say, they view it as almost like a stress release because it kind of shocks your system so much that it's
weird in the sense I hate haunted houses. I hate the jump scare. I hate scary movies. I love hearing about real.
Oh.
Isn't that weird? Yeah. I actually hate the acting fake. I'm just trying to scare the shit out of you. I refuse to watch scary movies. They stay with me way too long.
Yes, me too.
The amount of times I thought someone was going to grab my ankle from under the car from some scene of something.
Yeah.
I mean, the way I can't wash my face and look up in a mirror.
Jessica, opening up.
Oh, I just got the chills thinking of
a shower curtain.
Yes.
If you haven't been in the shower in a while and you're alone in your apartment.
And you think you hear a noise.
And you have to open up a shower curtain. Jessica, I would rather leave the shower curtain closed.
No, I'd rather that they don't know that I know they're in there. Just stay in there quietly and leave me alone.
Anyway.
Interesting.
Anyway, Jessica, great talking to you. We covered a lot.
Yeah.
We
did talk about more than just West and Amanda.
And Wes, although I could probably talk to you for another hour about that.
Easily.
And we got a big week this week, so.
Oh my gosh. I will have to find the time.
Log the hours.
Watch all these shows.
Anyway, bye, Jessica.
Bye, Lauren.